Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me here on this rainy late autumn year where we are having quite the disease issue with both crops and our settlers. In the last episode, we just started getting some iron ore in. I got a temporary work shelter. I did end up moving this, and I was thinking about putting some production buildings here, which is why this is kind of far out, plus the well. Though I decided against it because these aren't infinite, I don't believe. No, they are not. So this would all have to go away, and I don't know if there's a way to replenish that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build that stuff within our town here. And now that we got the iron ore coming in, actually, I don't think I could actually do anything with the iron ore because we needed the technology, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got the forge. We'll need to get the forge, but we're forever away from our next knowledge point. So at least let's get the bars going. That shouldn't be a problem, I don't believe. I just need to find the building. Candle shop, coal, gold. Well, that's not a tier 3 building, is it? The brickyard is stable, glassmaker. No, so it's got to be up here somewhere. Charcoal kiln, soap, candle, weaver, otter, apiary, sand pit. So is it not in resources? Basket, Fletcher. I would have assumed it would have been in here. The iron mine allows miners to harvest the ore. Oh, right here. I missed this building. Foundry. Right in front of your face, dumbass. Well, so we need a heavy tool. Not too concerned with our gold now, because our monthly gold, I'm learning a little bit from our market, so I'm a bit more okay with that. I'm assuming this has a giant negative effect. Yeah. So, all right. So let's kind of keep it away from our industry here. I don't like this overlay that it pops up. Like I get that it's here for the desirability kind of thing, so you can see it, but I kind of wish it was a toggle, honestly. Um, kind of wanted to have blacksmithing its own little industry. We'll just move stuff around. That's fine. I also don't like how this is on a slant like that. I dislike that. Like, from being out here, you don't notice it, but one time I zoomed in and I noticed it. I don't really want to muck with the flattening tool because then I feel like if I just flatten this bit, it'll make it even steeper then. From like up here, it's like I'll flatten this, but then this will stay raised, so I feel like I'd have to flatten all of that. But let's see, enough mumbling. Let's pull this road down like so. And then we'll get a small gap into here. Let's go like 7 spaces over. Invalid building placement. Why is it invalid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why can't I place it here? There we go. Oh, it worked. Alright, so we need a heavy tool, and just like I thought, this building was indeed using a heavy tool. Wait, why did it? Yeah, I took that away last time. Heavy tools are disabled and will not be stocked. See, it did that last time. I know I got rid of that. Because we are going to need our trader to stock this, and we're going to have to focus on it. And we're going to sell probably some, I don't know if firewood will actually sell, but we've just been selling a bunch of planks. But we do need to upgrade the work camp here so we can actually replant some trees. But I don't want to actually waste my iron. And I say waste because it'd be my luck. We're going to need it for something else that would be pretty critical. All right, let's get time sped up here to a ×5. Let's get out of winter here. You know what? I think I might even just put in a very small cut here because I don't think a whole lot is going to happen. Say that as the building is on fire. Well, our barn's on fire and, well, we don't have any barn animals, so that can burn down. That's entirely fine. You guys are going to be way too late. Yeah, because there's no well here. That's going to be unfortunate because we are going to need to rebuild. I think perhaps it's time we probably put a well out here, right? I guess we'll put it right here. Won't fit much anywhere else. Well, since this is wasted space. You know what? I should just delete this field actually, so I'm not constantly mad about it. Yeah, just get rid of the building. Let's actually slow time all the way back down. So then we're gonna go into the build menu, food production, food, and then we're gonna do something like this, right? And then that should be, yeah, within this whole thing here. Perfect. I know I've just increased their workload, but what are you building here? Oh, the barn rebuild. Okay. Um, you know what? Don't enable it right now. I'm going to focus with the labor on the field. And then we need a heavy tool, which maybe they'll grab from here. I hope, question mark. Where's the heavy tool stored? Yeah, see, look at that. We got 10 bows. What do I do with these bows? I got like 5 crossbows. Can I forcefully make somebody equip it? Occupation. Tools. Or is that for when we get a military? Yeah, we don't store heavy tools in here either. What about in here? No, this stockpile is just for raw resources. Do you store heavy tools? So nothing stores heavy tools, it seems. At least I don't see the icon. So, alright. Perfect. This thing is running. Heavy tools are being used for work. Don't use heavy tools. That reduces your work rate. I'm okay with that. We can do gold ingots, but we need gold ore. Let's just do a 0 production on that. Let's just focus on iron, but we need coal. I guess I should have preemptively built that, shouldn't I? Knowing full well I'm going to have needed that. Alright, so... minerals... oh, because... oh, coal mine. Wait a minute. No, charcoal kiln. Requires firewood. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute. I'm not sure if we have a coal mine around here. So if that requires firewood, then I'll probably just put that right here next to our, yeah, our firewood splitter. And then we're not going to limit this to be 100. We'll do not 10. Oh, hitting all the wrong buttons. All right. Yeah. Let's do 200. And we'll put the charcoal kiln right next to it. Is there like an arrow with this building? No, it's just 2 giant circles. All right, so we'll build that. We have the stone. Let's speed up time. Actually, how's this field coming along? That's a lot of work to do, so that's fair. We can actually get rid of this graveyard now. Because now I'm not so concerned with the gold cost. Do I want it in town? Since desirability goes down here for the housing, I think we'll just do it. We'll put it there. Then I'm no longer concerned with the gold now that I know I can get some. Child is growing up, but we still got this unfulfilled, which again is just another thing that I do not know why it is disabled. I even did turn on the autofill. We only have one laborer, which is bad. I just let a lot of people effectively get eaten. We don't need a trader right now. The problem is will that autofill if I do that? Oh wait, there's a trader here. I didn't even realize. Lol. Derp. Oh, they have willow. And I don't know. Wait, village is being raided. Hang on. Oh, we are slowed down. Okay. Raider thief, you come here. Go there while everybody else. Actually, the village is under attack. Everybody come here. I don't know what this is gonna do. Let's work the tower. I guess we're not working the tower. Slot disabled. This worker slot is enabled but currently unfilled. Make sure you have assigned enough workers for this occupation in the employment window. Oh, I turned it off. That was my fault. Yeah, that's right. All right, so bring everybody here. Because there's nothing really for them here anyway. It's just 2 fish huts. And you're attacking the school. I guess let's go after him. Just give it the old Zerg. Well, the child just went in there. At least it looked like a child. Now we're gonna have a bunch of people die again. Eh, well, it's part of life. You gotta defend your... Gotta defend your home. Alright, so I guess we'll eject whatever was in there. I still don't know what that does. And then we will cancel the tower. Yeah, that is enabled. I was kind of curious if that building isn't bugged and I just don't destroy it. Alright, the trader is here. I don't think we can constantly trade for Willow. That trader left. Is he willing to buy anything? I don't think we can make baskets because we don't got Willow. He doesn't have tools. You don't have anything of use. Alright, go away. And then I don't need anybody in here. Alright, speed this back up ×5. And we got 4 laborers. At least 7 laborers is recommended. Well, people keep dying because not a whole lot I can do. Unless if we do put a guard tower over here, because we can just cancel it. Defenses. Barracks. Shoulders are... Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, a barracks. Hold on. I didn't even look in here for tier 2. Soldiers are trained and housed in the barracks. Ooh. Why not put them down here? Defend this. Ooh, yeah, let's prioritize that. I didn't even know that was a building. I've been struggling so much I didn't even bother to like look at tier 2. I just simply went to like production and stuff. Alright, so let's prioritize that. Let's get all this stuff up and running. Charcoal. We should probably limit the amount of charcoal we want, right? Let's Let's just start off with like 100 for right now. How much does the blacksmithing building use? Which, now that I think about it, that's kind of a long distance. But we'll know for next time, like next playthrough, we'll have like the firewood and stuff kind of up there with it. So it looks like it requires 2 coal and 5 iron ore to make a bar. That's fine. Waiting on our knowledge. Traveling merchant has arrived. Nope, just kidding. He left. Alright, crops ready for assignment. Alright, so I believe our field has been built. So we'll start off working. What if we just work the field the first year? Get the rocks and the weeds out. And then we got decent fertility. This is more clay. No crop selected. I don't know how to read this. Can I work this window while the game is paused? And see what kind of is better here? It does look like it'll work that way. Alright, peas don't look terrible. Alright, so carrots are bad. Flax is bad. Maybe I should do that for the other field as well. That's terrible. That's kind of bad. Okay, so cabbage and peas potentially. We'll eventually need hay regardless. And then I guess that doesn't really matter. So, what did I say? Peas and cabbage, right? Yeah. And then for here, we'll do work, clover, work, and then good enough. And then, all right, so we're doing flax. This here has to be grain. That's not good for the soil though. Buckwheat. That's 168. 319, and it's near that bar. Oops. Building is on fire. Alright, that'll be is what it is. And then, I don't know, work the field, I guess. We'll do something. We want to make sure this field's always rolling. Alright, what is this? Heavy tools disabled. That is fine. Also fine. Missing resource grain. Yeah, we're getting it here out of this field, though it's terrible in this field. Yeah, I guess I should probably always do some flax fiber. A building was using that, I believe, wasn't it? Problem is which one? Or did I do that for clothing? Not soap. Because we don't have tallow. Potters. I don't know what pottery does, so I'm not sure I care. Not right now, anyway. Weaver hut. Yeah, let's build some clothing for them. Is there any desirability to that? Weaver's hut. They don't much care, so we'll put it next to... I guess we'll put it next to the market. Why not? And it looks like they can get out from front or back, so we'll do a small little road here. That'll do. Alright, times 5 that. What else were we working on? Ah, the barracks, yes. All right, let's slow this back down. Alright, by pressing the flag combat area button in the barracks UI, you can quickly send all of your soldiers to defend an area. Soldiers will remain there until the rally point has been moved, or they are sent back to their barracks by selecting the rally point and issuing the command. Each barracks has its own rally point, so you can send your forces to different locations. Ooh, that'll come in handy. So basically, I should probably do 4 barracks, north, south, east, west. Note that soldiers will loyally remain in the designated location even if their needs are not met, so they can and will inevitably starve if left on duty for too long. Well, I already know my soldiers' fate. All right, recruit 0 of 12. I guess we'll do some light infantry and some archers to start off with to learn. Archer idle, seeking weapons. Okay, so that's... Okay, so they automatically will... That's what the bows and arrows will do. So they'll be doing that. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for the infantry, so no infantry. I guess that just means I'll go more archers. Not enough villagers are available for training. Did that actually take my laborers then? It did. So you effectively can't be archery either, as I proceed to hit the wrong button. Does that? Okay. So that give me back laborers? Okay. So I need laborers to turn into infantry. Got it. So not helpful. Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of people. We're getting food in. That's a plus. Go ahead and construct the barn. I'm okay with that. We'll get that rebuilt. Oh yeah, our greens window. You probably picked this area. Yeah, there's nothing here. Go. What are these? Just berries? I don't want to go over there because there's a raider camp. There's oops, wrong button. I need you to go over here. Ooh, knowledge points. That's kind of critical. All right, let's slow this down again. All right, now we desperately need the smith because that will get us our tools and stuff that we need. Smithing. Blacksmith forge produces tools, weapons, and heavy tools. That's absolutely what we need. And then we are going to get a priority on this. Alright, just decided to skip through the winter. We had somebody die. Illness. That's relatively normal. We're in year 14. Our baker did get built. Or not the baker, the weaver's hut. I forgot about it. Yeah. We'll work on getting some bread. That is limited, right? Yeah. We're just doing 50 bread. And then I limited the clothing down to, I believe, 45 since we only have 42 people. And we do have the priority here on the blacksmith forge building site. I just hope we go and get that heavy tool. Aha. I think they did. They did go and grab it. So we have the gold. We have the stone, question mark? Harvest resource. We might not have the stone. There's a giant boulder over here, I thought. Or did they... Oh no, it was by the fence, actually. Yeah, harvest that. Yeah, they connected the fence. Yeah, we'll put a harvest on both of those. Looks like we got a thunderstorm here in mid-spring. This will help out greatly. Now I think what we're going to do is just take in as many people as we can possibly grab. Because we're short on laborers. Well, in fact, yeah, we only have 2. Traveling merchant is here. We do want to buy a muumuu if possible. What do you got? Fish, tools, weapons? Yeah, no, we're not going to do any of that. But we can start producing our own heavy tools, so I don't think that's a worthwhile thing. Do you have any livestock? I would like to try out that mechanic. Oh, wait. Yeah, right here. Moo cow. Um, request this item to be brought by the next merchant at a premium price. See, I don't want to pay at a premium. I don't have enough understanding of the game just yet. Transfer items, wood planks, town storage, trading post. Oh, that'll keep like a small supply. Maybe not. Oh, that's help. My inventory 49. Whatever. Sell it. Whatever we had in stock. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I could sell. Oh no, he's not buying clothing, is he? I wish I understood this trade window a little bit better. He's trading this commodity at above average price. Does that mean he would want clothing? He's buying this item. And is that 16 gold a piece? I could buy a plank for 7 gold and he's... Or no, yeah, I'm selling it for 6. Am I understanding this correctly? So it looks like clothing would be a decent sell. So let's do that then. Let's transfer some items. I'll have to see how much flax we actually have. Transfer... I don't know. We'll just do that. Confirm in stock. How much flax do we have? We got, I think, way too many arrows. I thought I backed that off. Did I not? 1,000 arrows. You know what? I think I'm okay with that because I don't really know how much it's going to consume. Driving a wagon, that's fine. Saw pit, I don't think we can afford that. Basket shop, yeah, I'm aware because that's just I simply don't know where to get willow. Tannery, I'm assuming, is either bugged out or I'm very clearly missing something. This, again, was working once upon a time and it's just always unfulfilled now. It's the only building like that. Villager stricken with typhoid. Is this the same merchant? Yes. Okay, so let's sell what we have. 10 clothing, 160 gold. Sure, why not? Alright, transfer all of our gold out of the trading post to the town. Replenish our gold a little bit. Alright, let's speed this back up here. So what are we missing? Missing the planks and the gold bars. Alright, I think we'll do another saw pit. We are doing 500 planks for sale. Stone is a problem now. Yeah, let's drop this down. Go 2 to 1. Problem is I don't think there's any stone over here. So let's go into our harvest tool. Get rid of all of that and whatever's hiding in these trees. So it does look like it's in the work area because I have this work area here for trees. Chop up some of that stone. And then we are chopping out these 2 boulders here. I get rid of these rocks here as well. So let's go into a harvest. Grab that. Oh, absolutely. We're going to take them 100% because we're pretty bad right now with our soldiers and whatnot. Problem is the Tanner building is still just no. You know what? We're gonna deconstruct this building. I just simply don't understand this building. All right. Use the heavy tool. I believe having all of this on a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. Yeah. But right now is okay because I don't understand it. Tools, I'm probably going to limit. We got what, 54 people, so we'll do 55, so there's at least one extra tool laying around. Weapons, we're not going to do a max quota because I don't have a whole bunch of people, so do 10 for right now. And then heavy tools I also don't understand, so don't constantly produce those. We got, I believe, 3 buildings right now, so we'll do 4 just to have a spare. So which means I will then give you heavy tools to be used, and then the mill some heavy tools to also be used. And then our military right now, flank combat area, retreat. Storage is empty. How many people do we have? 14. Okay, let's rebuild this Tanner's building. Let's see if it was just bugged out or something. Tannery. I just, again, it's one of those things that I just simply do not understand why it's not working. Well, hang on. Salvage it. Let me just make sure I didn't, like, block an entrance or something. No, that's a basket shop. Yeah, somebody else is sick. What else is new? Tanner's building. Where are you? Tannery. Alright, so there's no arrow. And that's the way I had it last time. So go ahead and build that. Let's see. A villager is born. We're still teaching. Oh, yeah. Upgrades. Can we upgrade now? 3,000 gold. Holy goddamn. Let's see. We got pneumonia and typhoid. Can I do anything about that? Your villagers face filthy. Okay, so we need to look into soap, but we need tallow. Spirituality are unhappy because they lack places of worship. Okay, try building shrines and entertainment. All right, so let's work on our villagers a little bit. That would be under amenities, I believe. And I believe I didn't start doing this because of the gold cost. Yes. So we'll build this kind of center of town. You can now have that. Now I have a small understanding of gold. And then Academy conducts cellular development of new technologies aimed at improving the lives and security of its denizens and improving future harvests. Temple. Temple right next to the cemetery, which of course won't fit because reasons. Oh, butt cheeks. All right. Why won't it fit anywhere? All right. Well, it fits there. Where did that green arrow go? All right. Temple can go there. Actually, did that have a desirability thing? It did. So that actually shouldn't go there. Yes. Because that improved desirability, right? Yes. I do want to buy the cemetery, though. Right, yeah, I can't move it because then that drops a percentage. So we'll have it here. Where's that green arrow? Right there. That'll work. And then we're going to grab a road. And we're learning. We're getting there. Doing a little bit better. I'm not raging as much on here. Alrighty. I guess let's go through all of our buildings because that's what I did last time. Healer's house. We do. I wonder if I can't disable this. I can probably disable this. I guess I'll just put it next to the school. See, I like to have like districts that make sense, and I feel like a lot of this doesn't make any sense. But we'll just slap everything down, learn, and then we can move buildings. Having the option to move buildings is huge. Ooh, excuse me, hiccups. All right, we got the rat catcher boat. He was never doing anything. The academy, I guess I should put it down, right? It doesn't really have any desirability, so although that would make sense to be next to the school, which I cannot place, and then that's the temple. We'll put it here. There's no desirability impact, so I guess there's no reason why it can't go right here. Right there. What else can we build? Nothing, because I just used up all of our gold. Which means we are going to need a lot of wooden planks. What is your problem? They're unable to work. Area is empty. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, that just says fertility though, like shouldn't it tell me mature trees? Question mark? Alright, so let's upgrade requirements. We need 15 iron. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're not. Okay. I don't have a heavy tool in stock. Work rate. Let's make sure there's at least a heavy tool then. Production ratio. I don't know how this produces. Like, does it just go, it makes a tool, then it makes a weapon, then it makes a heavy tool? But I'm just currently out of iron, which is potentially the issue. Yeah, items produced. Tools and weapons. How much ore do we have? Now that I know the stockyard needs to be moved potentially up here. Okay, so we have 86 iron ore and 6 charcoal. Why is charcoal paused? Why is this unfilled? It's enabled but is currently unfilled. That is probably by far the most irritating thing with this game, is it does not simply tell me why. Yeah, again, our tanner's also unthing. Let me put in a small pause here. I gotta see if I can't find some information on this. Well, it's to no surprise, the official game guide here is completely worthless. It tells me absolutely nothing, and without having to scour the actual interwebs to try and find something, it's I feel just going to be a giant waste of time. So I'm just going to have to deal with it because, but then again, if the charcoal kiln's not working, then I'm literally going to get nowhere because I'm not going to have any coal because, again, production is halted for, again, I have absolutely no idea what reason. Like, it's unfulfilled, but I don't understand why. Like, every new building I place down, just somebody automatically, you know, takes over it. Like your occupation, laborer, mining stone. Like everyone seems to just automatically go in and fill a role. I feel like I'm potentially bugged. I don't understand. Like autofill. We got builders, we got laborers. Can't do tannering. Workers cannot be assigned here while auto refill position professions is enabled. Available worker. So yeah, but even when I do that, it's still like it's still disabled. Now what, game? What's your master plan? Available worker slots can still be managed on individual buildings. Like, I don't understand. So there's no point in having that many people mine because we're not getting anywhere. I guess we're not going to need any blacksmiths either. So until this coal building works, nothing's going to happen.
Work to be done.
I guess let's just take this person. Well, actually, it's winter time. Never mind. Don't do that. I guess we're just going to have to go and explore. I just simply don't understand. Oh, it says mining ore, but that's for clay. I guess I don't much care about clay. But then did that change? Oh yeah, I said there's no point in mining. Well, I have one person pulling the ore. So then that way, once we do get this figured out, the stuff will be there. Stricken with a fractured bone. You know what? I don't care about a single one of your problems until you guys start doing the charcoal kiln and the tannery. Like, these got to be like specialist buildings or something. Like, what if we just... Seriously? It was a maximum quota thing? Alright. Now, for sure, you guys watching the series, did I not go into the bloody menu here, and we have 41 coats and 3. That gives us 44 coats. So I put in a max quota of 50. And that disabled this building? What am I missing? Stuff like that drives me absolutely insane immediately. So now, let's just put this down to ×1. And then I get rid of you on the tannery. And then the same thing's got to be a problem here with coal. Get rid of the quota. Boom. Look at that. So you're telling me with 0 coal, we hit a quota. Like, let me just make sure it's not stored anywhere else. I don't see it. Root cellar's filling up though. So you're telling me with 0 coal, and you produced 52 last year, that stopped the building? Can somebody tell me what I am absolutely missing? So now if I go back into this and quota you at 100, we're going to function then, yes? Because, well, all right, well, let's get a blacksmith going then. Let's get a couple of smiths going. We'll keep our foundry pumping out iron bars. See? You know, like, this building is disabled, but I know why. This firewood splitter has been working constantly. So I know that this is functional. I guess with that embarrassment aside, Although, you know what? I'm not taking the blame on that. Um, I have no gold. Um, is this building disabled? I cannot disable this building. What happens if we just don't make a monthly cost? Why are you paused? I think we're having too much food now. Okay. All right, so we did get some more stuff figured out. I think. Anyway. So I can upgrade this then. I think I might put more people in here though. Because we are going to need bars. Does it tell me how much time this takes though? Work rate 0%. That is not what I want to see. So is missing heavy tools are stopped altogether until they are acquired. Okay, so we'll zero this out until we get some heavy tools. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so don't use the heavy tools here then. It will not be stocked. Let's just put the production ratio to 10. So if heavy tools are disabled there, then let me disable it here. And then, so this needs heavy tools to function. Work rate 0%. Because we have ore. Right? Yes, we have 86 iron ore. We just need the bars. I did not know this building required heavy tools. This building can take advantage of heavy tools, but has none. Production has been reduced by 100%. So that basically means it needs it. And this just means heavy tools will not be stocked. And then heavy tools are disabled and will not be stocked. And my work rate is at a 0. That would be because we have no grain, which makes sense. Somehow I lost 3 tallow. Can anybody explain to me where the fuck I'm getting tallow from? I have 138 tallow. Oh, wait a minute. That's probably from hunting. Oh, we should put down a soap shop then. I didn't think of that you get tallow from hunting. It wouldn't be under food production, you dumbass. Soap shop. Yeah, let's get that down, but we don't have the gold now. Uh, where was that? I forgot to look at the desirability on it. Soap shop. Ah, it has negative desirability. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, so I guess just go up here in our industry zone then. Go up there. Yeah, we're gonna need the gold, so we're gonna need a trader. What is that? Mushroom cluster. The resource has reduced replenishment due to nearby conditions. Nearby chopped trees. Oh, look at that. Chopping trees has an effect on the environment. Okay. Makes sense, right? Destroy its habitat. Alright. We have a trader. Do you have any livestock? Medicine. That would be nice to buy. You don't have livestock. I have a feeling we're going to have to put in a special order of livestock. However, are we not able to set an amount? I was hoping there would have been a way to keep a minimum stock in here. I thought there was a way of doing that. All right, so transfer that. And then, yeah, you're not taking anything else. And yeah, I can't even do that. Okay, that's fine. So then when you get this all over here, Item is not being stocked. Ah, right here, right? Item is not being stocked. Is that not it? Request this item to be brought. No. Keep in stock. Oh, keep in stock is off. But does that do everything? Trading post inventory 10. Keep in stock on. So will that always keep 10 then? I guess we'll find out. Sell for 180. So then if we were going to be doing that, where's our clothing? I don't know. Jesus, I don't remember where I put any of this stuff. That was down here, wasn't it? Weaver hut. Here we are. All right. So perhaps put another person on clothing. How much do we have in the way of fiber? A grand total of 0. So I think this... Ah, crap. They're harvesting that. I think we're going to reduce that and then put in not that. So get rid of that and then go into more of this. Right? This, what is this for? Is used to make linen. Flax is resilient but requires adequate soil fertility. So I don't think we really need much work, right? You'll work the field. This should help fertility. We'll move this over. Move that. Get some fertility back, right? I think. I hope. I don't know what clover's used for. Does it just automatically poof away? And then let's clear this and then see if we can't just do more flax, because this is just a little baby field. And then we'll change the wheat off of that. What did my brain just say I was going to do? Actually, you know what? I should probably do another episode because this one's getting on quite long. So we are learning quite a bit, actually, and we've now fixed a couple of problems. And it looks like, yeah, our charcoal burns very quickly. So we're just going to reduce this down to 1 person. And then let's check our, I can't words. Check our merchant. Let's see, you're doing 18 and you don't want clothing. Um, Sell that because we need the gold. Do you have any moo-moos? I don't believe so. Maybe we should sell some clothing, some coats as well, right? Keep in stock. Transfer items. Let's just do, I guess, 10 of these because I don't want to chew up our hide too much. I'm not still proficient at any of this. I have 100 here. Why do I have 100 of this? And he's not. He is buying it only at 3. Town storage. Yeah, I don't want any of this in the trading post. I want to keep that in the trading post, that in the trading post. I should do the same thing with lumber, shouldn't I? That would make sense, right? Yeah, wood planks, transfer items. Keep at least 100 planks here. Then we'll probably do the same thing with firewood. Except that's not gonna let me. Okay, you know what? That is fine. Ah, okay, perfect. So we have 6 of 10 here. Okay, I'm understanding this a bit more now. We might have to constantly trade for some willow. Oh, you have a heavy tool. Merchant is trading this commodity at a far below average price. So that means it's on sale, right? Uh, I might need to transfer some gold. Confirm trade and transfer to town storage. I have 360 gold in stock. Am I reading this right? You have 30 of them. Oh, because you got to use the slider, dumbass. All right. Buy and transfer. So then with that said, we are producing... Okay, wonderful. We are producing the iron bars. So then I want you to have a heavy tool. And then always make sure we prioritize heavy tools so we don't run out until we at least get them plenished. Because, yeah, I got 3 buildings. Some of that. All right, before I get distracted and this keeps dragging on, I do need to end this video. I do want to thank everybody for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments whatsoever, good or bad, feel free to leave it down below. Trust me, you're not going to hurt my feelings none. Any tips or tricks, I would love to hear them. I don't mind learning. If you love watching me struggle, by all means, keep all the tips and tricks to yourself. But I do hope you guys are all enjoying the series. I do plan on obliterating this settlement and starting over. But Dave, we are going to try and, make this village prosper, but we will eventually obliterate them. Looks like we got 3 traders. Hopefully some of them have livestock. But I got to stop rambling on. I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye.